be the change you want to see. Nowadays, it's so many people leading by not example, right? So not leading by example. That's a better way to phrase it. So it's too many people just saying things but not really living it, right? And you need to change that, because the only way how you can truly touch people is them seeing that you are living it, that you are doing it, that you are trying it, that you are on that path, right, of bettering yourself. Because a person who is not doing that, right, is not able to lead by example. And that's, the in my opinion, the most powerful way to teach people, right? Lead by example. So what I mean by that is, you can tell a child 100 times, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But if he sees a parent or an older caretaker do it, he or she, the little child, will still do it. Why? Because it's being led by example. And the same goes for positive effects, right? Positive things. You can have a strong positive effect by doing better, right? Because you will shine light upon a place that used to be dark. Or not every not every place is as dark as another place, but it's always, each light is just more light to the environment. So if you are that spark, right, if you bring that spark to your environment, then you will only give a positive effect to the environment, right? Have a positive effect on the environment. So that's why it's so important to truly do what you think is important. And I think that everybody knows what is important. That's just improving, right? Becoming a better person, a stronger person, a more loving person. You must, in all those areas, you must lead by example, right? Become healthier, start working out. That's a huge effect that I have on people in my environment, right? In my environment, I just always move. I'm always moving, and they see me doing those things, those movements, and they like, okay, he is doing it, right? Because that's the thing. When you lead by example, you show people what's possible. And a lot of people don't know what's possible until they see it. And you have the chance to do that, right? So they might say this or that, but that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, because you know what you do, and you do that, and you show that, right? You show that. So the entire neighborhood might be dealing drugs, but you're playing football or whatever. You're doing something positive, right? You're going to the gym. You're making YouTube videos, maybe making videos about gaming or something, right? Something that just requires a skill, and you show that skill to the world. Because it's one thing to cause destruction and gain familiarity or fame through that. Because I used to do that, right? I used to had fame, right? Like the street cloud and things like that. But that's things that are, it isn't based on true skills, and it's real fleeting, right? It's a fake status, because it's not from within. It's not like when you're a footballer, you know what you can do, right? Because it's in your feet. But when it's just some outside credit, right, it's always fleeting. And that's why you need to always think about your skill and not focus on things that don't bring value to your life, right? and that is just, and by doing things that add value to your life, you lead by example. So things that add value to your life, or just, doing valuable things, are things that are progressive. So each time you go footballing, it's not like you become worse after a football session. You can only improve, right? If you keep training, you can only improve, and that is adding up your value. So you might not be the best footballer, but you're at least better than 3 sessions ago. So that is very trackable. It's very, you can clearly see that you're improving, you're making progress, right? Because each training creates a value. That value is, maybe you learn a little bit better how your left leg works, right? You gain a bit more ball control with your left leg. That is a valuable thing, right? That's a valuable thing. So you learn that through just, hitting the ball against the wall and just training your left foot. And maybe a little kid walks by and he says something positive about you, and because he sees your image of doing it, he want to do that too, right? And this is an example, because I had that, like, last week. I was playing football, right? And when I play football, it's always, you need to use your imagination, bro. You need to think about yourself in a good way if you want to gain that flow state, right? So you need to think about yourself like you're Ronaldinho, or maybe even better, right? You probably not yet on that level, but it's about thinking. It's about that, right? So I was playing football. I was imagining, like, okay, like I was the whole ball player, and I was just, it felt good. I was doing good movements. And then when my session was over, I walked away, but I went home, right? Walked home, and I heard a little kid say, "Yeah, the way how he footballed was very beautiful." And that was just like, I heard that, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's I led by example, because his dad said, the way he trains, you can do that too, right? The way he trains, you can do that too. So his dad was like, yeah, you can become like him, right? You can become like him. Just train like him. Use the wall as a to gain your ball control, to improve your ball control. Excuse my, I maybe get too enthusiastic, but use the wall to improve your ball control, because each time you hit the wall, it comes back, and each time you hit the wall a bit more faster with the ball, then it comes back faster too, right? So you keep that ping pong effect, like pop, 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 and that way you become just like mentally and with your ball control, you become just a better player. And that's basically the technique why that works, right? So his dad, the dad of the little boy, right, said, yeah, you can train that way too. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even really think about it like that, but it just gave me a good feeling. And now I think about it a bit more clear. I led by example, and that's what you will automatically do. I must say, the best environments that I was ever in are the environments where the environments where I got the best results from is when people seeing me doing natural things. So when I play football, or when I'm kickboxing, when I'm on my laptop coding, things that you really like. That's how you lead by example. You just do what you like, and through that, if you truly put passion into it, it's, when somebody is passionate about something, right? You can walk past a little dude that's 7, and there's just something about how he plays football or something, right? And you see, like, he's passionate about this game. He's passionate about this or that. He's passionate about this topic. And that just catches people's eye, right? So through that, you will always lead by example, right? And that's I wrote something down yesterday when I was at work, and it was like, be the big brother that you wanted to have, right? Because now I learned, like, the mistakes that I made were stupid mistakes, right? When I used to be, I'm still good at football, right? But I used to be every day playing football until the age of 12, and before I knew it, at 16 I was locked up. But my little brother, right? He is he is now 16 and still playing football. When I was 16, I was already locked up because I made stupid decisions, right? But he is already basically a better version of me, because he sees me training, he sees me moving, right? So he knows it's athleticism that's what I'm passionate about, right? That's what I'm leading people with by example, all right? And this is just a example. If in my case, right, this is just in my case and for this situation. So by leading by example, you become the big brother that you wanted to have. Because if I had a big brother or just better role models, right, I could, because I got a big brother, but I didn't listen to him. Why? Because he wasn't always leading by example, right? And that's what I truly recognize now. Like, you need to lead by example if you want it to work, because otherwise it won't make sense. That's just human nature, bro. Like, because if you see that is the normal thing, you don't want to be different. We don't want to be different. So if that's what people are showing, you will do that, right? So if you play football, a big chance is that your little brother will at least try to play football. He will at least think about your path, right? Because when I was doing the bad things, or when I was getting myself locked up, my little brother also started to, you know, get himself involved in those type of situations. And before I knew, he was like 12 or 13 years, and he was already in the police station. So that was a real wake up call for me. Like, I need to start leading by example. And that's just this whole point of this video, right? It might be a bit chaotic still, the entire way how I phrase it, but just get this out of this video: be the big brother that you wanted to have or want to have. And through that, you can show basically your entire environment, and before you know, you got a bunch of little brothers that try to be like you, the big brother, right? You lead by example with positive things, right? Hit the gym, and soon enough you will, the dude that used to be fat, he wanna come with you to the gym and improve himself, because he sees, yo, that's an option. I don't have to be a product of my environment, because this dude is also in my environment, but he changed a different environment up here, so he's doing different things, so I can also do that. So lead by example, be the big brother for the environment, be the big brother for the house, and just try to be better, right? And in that process, you can only do that process when you are true to yourself, right? So you must lead by example what you truly want to do. And that's never, I think that can never be negative things, because negative things arise because people are making up for all the difficult things that they grew up with, right? And they had to handle with, and through that they create negative impulses to basically balance all the negative things that just got acquired throughout their entire youth or life. So negative things is never what's truly in somebody's heart. No, but you know, everybody used to have dreams, but you must be the person that don't give up on those dreams and work, right? Do things and lead by example. Be better for the environment, you know. So I think the topic is clear right now, right? Lead by example. I'm gonna summarize it again. So lead by example. This goes back to the other video about when I said when you're lost, right? When you're lost, you need to think about, okay, what do I like? Start doing that, and through that you will automatically lead by example, right? So that's just, it all flows into each other, right? So you start leading by example when you start doing things that you truly like, but you first have to maybe give up some negative things that you're doing right now, right? And maybe pick up an old habit like playing football. That's what I did, right? I'm not, because I'm kickbox for now. Sports wise, kickboxing is my main focus, but football is something that I also put my time in. And the same goes for you, right? You might like to play football until you were 13 and you got distracted and you start doing negative things, maybe start getting drunk already when you was like 14, 15 and things like that, and you stop playing football and you stop doing this and that. Maybe you need to pick up those old habits, right? And lead by example and make progress for yourself, so that others can see that progress and be like, okay, progress is possible, so let me start the process of making progress as well. You can have that effect. So yeah, lead by example. I thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And yeah, enjoy your day. Lead by example, and I know you can do it. I'm out.